There have been some interesting reports coming out of camp. Apparently, Tyler Smith has looked really good. And today specifically, the guy was absolutely dominant. And watching some of these clips, you definitely see it. You see the heavy hands, you see the power, the strength, you see the technique has gotten better. You see a lot of really nice things. I'm really excited to get into Tyler Smith's tape from training camp. Let's get right into it. You got a really nice play here where both Smith and the left tackle Adogo are going to do a really nice job switching on the defensive line game. And of course, Dak Prescott has the time, delivers a really nice pass. I mean, to me, look at this. Right in stride hits Simi Fehoko right in the hands. I mean, it does not get better than that. It's just an absolute beautiful throw by Dak Prescott. And of course, we got to give him credit because a lot of people have been critical of Prescott. So just a little bit of positive words. Of course, Fehoko has to bring that pass in. In this instance, he doesn't, but regardless, let's talk a little bit about what Tyler Smith does on this play. The defensive line is going to run this game, which means Tyler Smith has to be able to take the defensive tackle here, pass it off to the tackle, and then come back around and pick up the defensive end. In this instance, he's going to do a really nice job making good contact with number 92, Dorrance Armstrong. He's going to get his hands on him, and he's going to fully pass it off before coming back around and getting his hands on Vander Esch. In this instance, he's playing defensive end. And he's going to shut that down, and you can see the quarterback has time in the pocket to deliver the throw. But it's because of the fact that the offensive line's able to keep him clean. You know, we heard recently that the offensive line was struggling a little bit. The defensive line was getting the better of them. But today, the opposite was true. The offensive line looked really sharp. And apparently it was led here by Tyler Smith. Right, so this is a really nice report to kind of hear. And you're starting to see him do certain things that, although he wasn't bad at it his rookie season, you can tell he looks more comfortable. And we're going to get into a couple more reps where you're going to see some improvements, at least in my perspective. And of course, we'll continue to break his tape down as the season kind of progresses. With that being stated, let's go ahead and get into the next play. So one of the unique things that the Cowboys did over the past 2 years with their draft is they drafted guys that were strong as hell. And I think some people forget how strong Tyler Smith was. And on this play here, he's going to kind of show off that strength a little bit. I believe this is Jonathan Hankins who he anchors down against, but you can see that he's going to basically be able to get the best of Hankins on this play. We'll go ahead and slow it down so it's a little bit easier to see, but Tyler Smith's going to do a fantastic job getting out of his stance. He gets his left hand right on the shoulder pad of Hankins, and you see him really drop the anchor right there. And that's just a really nice rep to be able to stop a very powerful defensive tackle. And you can see that Dak Prescott basically has a clean pocket. Now, of course, you guys see within this play, Mazi Smith does do a really nice job. He's going to beat the center, although it's hard to tell who the center is. On this play, we can assume is probably Tyler Biadasz. Smith does a really nice job getting past him, right? That is Mazi Smith. It does look like it is Tyler Biadasz, number 63. A really nice job by him to kind of generate some pressure. But again, by the left guard, Tyler Smith, he does a really nice job anchoring down against a very strong, powerful football player in Jonathan Hankins. And to me, this is just impressive. And this isn't new, right? We saw Tyler Smith do this last season as well, where he was able to anchor down and really shut down some strong defensive tackles. I think Vita Vea is one that kind of comes to mind. He did a really nice job shutting him down last season, or at least, you know, certain reps was able to kind of win. But again, you see this rep here, once again, really nice job anchoring down. This is exactly what I like to watch on tape. Of course, with that being stated, let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Alright, you guys, check this play out. I want you guys to watch Tyler Smith and watch the angle he's going to take to try to cut off Malik Jefferson, the inside linebacker. One of the improvements I wanted to see with Tyler Smith was how was he able to reach? How was he able to kind of cut guys off? And in this instance, you see him do a pretty nice job with his blocking angle. Now, he does need to finish the block, and maybe he improves just a little bit in that aspect of his game. Of course, more reps, specifically against guys that aren't your own teammates, right? Because I know that makes it a little bit hard because you get used to these guys, right? But one of the things I wanted to see with Smith was how he improves in terms of cutting guys off. And in this instance, you can see as soon as he gets out of his stance, he's turning his body to a position on the field, right? He's running down towards the left here. And he's doing that to cut off the linebacker that's just off the screen here, who you guys will see in a second right there. So you'll see Jefferson here. And Tyler Smith's going to do a good job getting to the outside. He makes the linebacker basically go underneath him. That's perfect. That's how you want to handle these pitch plays. Let me back this up here so you guys can watch the actual play. It looks like Vaughn is lined up to the left of Dak Prescott. And you're going to see Prescott basically pitch it to him. And Tyler Smith kind of gets out there and leads. But a big part of this play is really the seal off blocks, right? This play doesn't work without the block here by the receiver. On the defensive end, you'll see that right there. It's a nice block right there to be able to cut off Sam Williams. Tyler Smith's going to pull. And of course, Tyler Smith does a pretty nice job on 46, right? He makes him go underneath him. And that's the way you want to handle this play. Obviously, the linebacker does a great job kind of getting there, recovering, and making the play right there, as you guys could see. But still, it's still a gain of 10 to 15 yards regardless. And we are seeing Tyler Smith take those angles. So this is a huge improvement, something that I was really looking forward to watching in camp and in the preseason. And we'll continue to monitor this a little bit. Obviously, he doesn't stick to the guy long enough. But regardless, I like the blocking angle. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. One of the things we've always known about Tyler Smith was that he's very, very strong. You see plays like this where he goes up against some of these defense tackles and he absolutely crushes them. On this play here, he does a really nice job against Odigizua. To me, just kind of how he gets out of his stance, he's going to get lower and to the inside, and you can see that left shoulder really lands to the inside of Odigizua. Zua has this right hand kind of wrapped around Smith right there, and Smith just crushes this guy. I mean, right at the point of attack, Smith pushes Odigizua back about 4 yards. And I know it's kind of hard to see it based off the angle, but based off of where these guys make contact, Odigizua gets pushed back 3 to 4 yards. So it's a really, really nice rep. Now, Mazi Smith once again blows this play up, and trust me, that was not the point of this video. I was not trying to focus in on Mazi Smith, but I think this is now the second time we're kind of pointing him out. Once again, he does a really nice job. He crushes, it looks like Tyler Biadasz. We'll see that number here in a second. It is Biadasz. He crushes him. And that's your starting center. That's a Pro Bowl center, right? I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying that's a Pro Bowl center. That's a rookie in Mazi Smith who's really getting his footing underneath him. And you see him absolutely take the center, push him back, and blows the play up. I mean, that's how you reset the line of scrimmage, that Mazi Smith. This is a nice rep right there. But again, Tyler Smith shows off that power once again. This is the guy that I think, most excited to watch this season, because I had him ranked as one of my top 7 or 8 offensive linemen coming into last season, right? Pre-draft. He was one of those guys that I have ranked super high, and it seems like it's actually translating into the league. So I'm very excited to watch him. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely a quick video. There was about only 5 or 6 plays I wanted to break down of Tyler Smith. I will probably do another video here soon. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time with another video.